Hi everyone, Liz Treadwell here, and this is the fifth and final installment in a series of screencasts that we are dedicating to our innovators. The previous screencast walked you through how to find a crowdsourcing challenge that's right for you, how to locate key pieces of information on a HeroX challenge. I also showed you how to start creating an entry. And the last one walked you through the team matching feature where you can find other HeroX users to collaborate with. So this last one is going to show you the full team creation process, since we didn't go through it in one of the previous ones, and then also how to finalize a submission for the judging round. Before we begin, I wanted to note that we are on an unpublished demo page, so we're not using an actual live challenge for this screencast. So it's going to look, or at least some parts of it are going to look a little different than what you'll see actually on a HeroX challenge page. But everything kind of below the title here in terms of like the buttons and where they're located, that is all the same. So just ignore everything up here. So first, let's go through creating a team, because if you want to submit an entry as a team, you'll need to create the team first. So you just click the Create a Team button here after you've completed your registration. And then this screen should look fairly familiar. This is where you can add the email addresses for those that you wish to invite to your team. So I will be inviting myself to my team. And if you have more than just 3 people, click the Add Another link and it'll populate additional lines for you to add email addresses. I believe this maxes out at 10 emails at a time. That does not mean that 10 people is the limit of members you can have on a team. You would just need to go back, and I'll show you here in a minute, and invite more people once you've actually created the team. You want to keep the team agreement checkbox checked. Basically, that's almost like a terms and conditions for when you send the invitation out to these people to join your team, that they need to accept. Similar to how you accepted the legal agreement, they'll have to accept those terms, as well as how the prize payout operates with the team, things like that. So once you've added in all the email addresses that you want to invite, just click the orange Create button right there at the top. And it's as easy as that. Your team is created. So it defaults to just calling your team name, the captain's name, team. And so you see I'm the only member here because my other email hasn't been accepted yet. But you can see I'm the captain, and other members would populate on this team tab as well. And next to that is the forum. So this forum, as it says, is accessible only to the people who are on the team. So if you want to have conversations or do brainstorming before you start drafting your submission, you can do that here. Like I said before, if you had more than 10 people you wanted to invite, just create the team, and then you'll see that invite option again right next to the edit button. Click on that, and you'll see that same form. So do that as many times as you'd like until you have all the team members you want. We've actually seen some teams with up to 68 members. So there you go. And then you can also edit your team page here. So if you don't want it to be called, your name's team, you can come up with something a little snappier right here, but the team name is required. You can change in that top field. And then if you want to add a description, if you're like a university team or a group of people who like to participate in these crowdsourcing competitions, you can add that here. If you're really fancy and have a team logo, you can upload that image here. That would replace this kind of purple default one that you see right now. And then if you want to make your team page fancier as well, you can actually replace that background image, which I'll go back and point out, of the planet and space. You can customize that as well. If you didn't mean to create a team, or if maybe you end up getting invited to another team and need to delete the team you created, you can do so from right here. So going back, like I said, this is that background image that you can customize. So let's return to the actual challenge page. I'm just going to reload it here so we don't click back a bunch of times. And you'll see that once you've successfully created a team, that create a team button will disappear and it'll just show your team name. When you click on this button, it takes you right back to that team page again. All right, so now that we have our team set up, we are ready to work on our submission. In this particular case, I'd already drafted one, so just click the Preview My Entry button, and then I am going to click Edit or Return to Editing, either way. So now that you will see that we have the option to submit as a team. When we did it as an individual, it just didn't even have this field at the top. But now that we have a team created, you can elect to actually submit it as a team. Something to note, as the team captain, you will need to be the person who starts the draft of the entry. If anyone else drafts an entry, it's only going to show up under their username. So the captain needs to start the first draft, then they can save it, and then the other team members, when they go to the challenge page, will be able to see that entry, go in, make edits, make their contributions, save it, or even finalize it. But just to note that the team captain will need to be the person who actually starts the submission to make sure it gets credited to the team name. So that's the most important thing to take away from this particular screencast. And then so once again, they will go through, fill out any of the required fields. And then you can click the Save and Preview button just to save it as a draft. Or you can actually finalize it. So you will see a Submit Final Entry button here, and then you'll see this banner, which it already populated, saying thank you for your entry. We've got it safe and sound. When you see this blue banner, as opposed to when you saw the one that it said this is only a draft, you will know that your submission has been finalized for judging. That's a common question that we get. So as long as you see this message at the top, you can consider your submission finalized. All right, and that is all I have for you. I want to thank you for watching all of our Innovator screencasts, and we look forward to seeing your submissions on our challenges in the future.